Hello everyone and welcome to the RNG University. On tonight's episode, I found a really bad deck to play. It is Boros Control. You heard me right, Boros Control. This deck makes no sense, but it has some interesting cards and I really want to try it out. And basically, I have been playing a lot of very high, well I wouldn't say high, at least mid to high tier decks that are strong and can hold their own in the meta. But this deck does not appear according to the win rates and according to the play that I've kind of imagined, matchups that I imagined that we face. But it does have a lot of good synergy in terms of the cards that are built together, like Fable, like the Scar for Restoration of Eiganjo, right? There are a lot of things we can bring back with Serra Paragon, and then we can ultimately top off with these very strong sort of hard hitters against if our opponents play mono black or if our opponents play mono red. We have some things to do with those decks. So let's look at this deck in its actuality. In one drop, we have Lay Down Arms, 4 off, very good early game removal given that we have basic planes. Or it's a number of planes, right? It doesn't have to be basic, but planes. Then we have Ambitious Farmhand, 3 off that can help us fetch 4 planes, and also flip on the flip side become lifelink. Could be, relatively reasonable. I don't see it being flipped that often because we don't have that many creatures that has multiple attacks to trigger Coven, but it could happen. We have Destroy Evil to kill Shieldred or kill an enchantment if something like that happens, like a wedding announcement. We have 2 ossifications. This is a gray removal in white if you have basic land, because it only enchants basic land that you can draw. Then we have 2 Spirited Companion, card draw, and we can cycle the card draw with things like Restoration, like Serra Paragon. We have 4 Reckoner Bankbuster. Of course, for control deck, you need to have Bankbuster for that additional card draw. And then we have 2 Loran of the Third Path. Actually a fun card. It's basically Reclamation Sage, right? It comes into play, it kills a... Is that Reclamation Sage? It comes into play, destroy an artifact enchantment. So it already has that. But also you can make it so that you can draw a card with her. But our opponent also does. So if your opponent's aggro and you have stabilized, this might work. Then we have Restoration of Eiganjo, of course, the one that fetches a plane, returns a permanent, and then becomes a 3/4 vigilance that makes 1/1. Very good overall. The only problem is it's a 3-drop, and you don't want to just be ramping on turn 3. Then we have 3 Wedding Announcements and 4 Fable the Mirror Breaker. I don't really have to say much about these cards. They're a must-have in white and red decks, respectively. Then we have 2 Serra Paragon to bring things back. 3 Wandering Emperor for Wandering Emperor goodness. She's just so good in almost every other matchup, or every kind of matchup. And then we have 1 Elspeth. She really is just kind of an inclusion in the deck because she has a Planeswalker and a control deck. We kind of top off with some Planeswalkers, right? Then we have a 6-drop that's actually a 3-drop in Steel Seraph. We have 2 Sanctuary Warden, so she has, shield counter, and we can use her to draw cards. Always good to draw cards. And then we have 1 of the Ultimate Wonder, the Eternal Wonder. No more than 1 creature can attack her. We can exile a creature and basically flicker it. We can flicker the Sanctuary Warden. We can also have her create 2/2 double strikers if we're about to win the game. Or we can just Wrath the Boar and let our opponent keep only 1 creature. This matters if we're going against mono black or mono red. That has a lot of go-wise strategy. As you can see, our deck does not have the actual removal for a control deck. Things like Depopulate, things like, what's the other one called? The Farewell, right? So it's going to be a little bit tricky. And I got this deck list exactly off the Boros Control deck list that I found online. So I didn't really make any alterations. I do think that this deck has, at least it has legs. It can stand on its own, but I don't know how far it will go in today's meta. Against any control deck, we probably will just lose because our early game's not strong enough to tempo them out. But against any aggro or tempo deck, we might be able to sustain. So that's the deck. Let's look at the land base. We have 1 Eiganjo, 10 Plains, 1 Mountain, no Sokusen because we're mostly white, right? We have 4 Sacred Peak, 3 Sundown Path, and 4 Jetmir Garden for additional planks that we might need to trigger the Lay Down Arm. And then we have 2 Rosai Reliquary. So we have a lot of artifacts, Bankbuster, Treasure Token, that's the word. And then we have a lot of enchantment, Ossification, Spirited Companion, Restoration, Eiganjo, Restoration of Eiganjo, Wedding Announcement, Fable, all these enchantments, right? So we might be able to draw 2 cards with Roadside Reliquary and then bring it back with Serra Paragon. So overall, it's a reasonable deck to play with. I want to try it out, so there we go. Alright, but in all actuality, the deck list I found has like a 40% win rate. So I'm not really expecting this to go above and beyond here, but I'm looking for some interesting and different gameplay than the ones I've been used to. So I want to try it out, and I'm really trying my best not to play blue because I know what kind of blue decks I'll make, and it's really just gonna have Mind Splice, Apparatus, and Silver Scrutiny. That's what every blue deck does nowadays. Alright, opponent goes first, of course. We don't have removal, of course, so I don't know if I can keep this hand. Okay, much better. I can put back a playing now that I have a Ambitious Farmhand in my hand. Yeesh. Do we start already? Slaughter Singer. I guess we start already. Don't want to get super poisoned out, but we probably still will. Jawbone Duelist. Not a land. Alright, let's get a land out. Take action. Give me a play. I hope he doesn't give it trample. Jawbone Duelist is scary. Also, I'm kind of short on land, so this is not going to be fun. Wow. I mean, I was going to block it anyway, so what was the point of this? Okay, well, Spirit of Companion it is first. No land still. There's a land. Okay, then we can lay down arm the Jawbone Duelist because it's scarier. I think. Yeah, it's double strike, it's scarier. They're both poison 2, but this could be poison more than 2. Uh-oh, does it have protection spells? It does. Wah wah. Venerator Raw Priest. Well, what do you know? You think he's gonna have another protection spell? If he does, I'll just quit, right? I don't think I can win this game anyways.
I hope you're ready to lose.
Ah, 2 Tyvars. Okay, bye. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm already at 3, so I'll be at 8 at the very least without any target, without any play. So that there's no way of getting out of that. It's also what I expected off that deck. It does not fight well with the top tier decks, and it does not fight well going second. Big Trade J. Where are you gonna go first? I don't think that ever happens. Alright, this is for Battlefield tap. Let's play it first. Okay, he's playing a Swamp. That's new. Let's get a Plains out. Yes. Tenacious Underdog. I'll take that 3 damage, honestly. Because I want my Fable out. Yeah, I could have laid down arms on it, but that's kind of a waste of a turn. For sure. This is kind of a weaker Mardu deck, but this is very budget. I just saw the lands. I thought this was a... I don't know, these names kind of escape me. I thought it was a ping land. Instead, it's just a regular land. Alright, do I even want to pitch anything? Maybe the Loran? Do they have any enchantments or artifacts in a black deck? I don't think so. So, Loran and... That's all we got. Okay, he's not doing anything, so... Interesting how our opponent's not doing anything, huh? We'll lay down arms on the Tenacious Underdog. Maybe we'll cut it down. It doesn't. We'll go into combat. Infernal Grasp. We'll take one. You're gonna learn today. He's trying to fill up to Invoke, which I get. But Ossification will do something. Alright, do I want to draw a card, or do I want to make a 1-1 that eats Invoke? I already have one that eats Invoke. Two Paragons. There's Invoke. Resolve. I'll sack a creature. A... Wedding Announcement enchantment? Yeah. Piggy is way better. Well, that happened. Do I have any lands in the graveyard? I do not. So there's no need to play the Paragon right now. I can make a copy of the Ambitious Farmhand. Yes. I need a land. And now I'll go in for the 2 damage. And I'll also go for another Fable. Invoke is scary, but even if he back-to-back Invoke, it doesn't hurt as much. Infernal Grasp, okay. Oh, this is the gain 1 life thing. Discard 2 cards. I can discard a Paragon. I don't need 2 in my hand. But Paragon's so good. Lay down arm is also very good. Do I want to discard any card then? No, I don't. Right? Yeah, I don't discard any card. Alright, so I can play a Paragon into a Wedding Announcement. I need 3 for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I need 7 for that. So if I just attack here, I can play a Paragon into... Loran kills the Okiba, but he just gains 1 life and deals 1 damage. Is that too big of a deal? Wedding Announcement is so much better. I get to draw a card too. And it's a land. GG. Alright! This deck actually won a game. 1 game. That's all I'm asking from this deck. That's already way higher than I expect. Of course, like I said, it does handle black and red. Okay. I don't know about red. It really depends on if we get to go first, because it doesn't have that much lifelink. It has in terms of the Steel Seraph and the... I think that's about it. Also Elspeth. We can use Elspeth to give people lifelink. And we're gonna go first. Well, we have some horrendous hand, but going first is going first. So I'm gonna keep. Look at that. Jetmere Garden turn 1. Opponent will never see it coming. They're gonna think we're nigh human. Except we're not. Give me a plane. I wanted to play Spirit Companion there, but I need a plane next turn to play the Steel Seraph. Bankbuster. Wow. Okay, well, Steel Seraph it is. Let's get this... I don't know, lifelink? What is this? Grixis? Ah. Well, they have a braid, so they can take out a Steel Serra very easily. There it is. We did stuff. I hope they didn't have spell Pierce, because I really want my Fable out. Now we have Wandering Emperor online next turn. I don't know how useful that would be. It's probably an Invoke coming. Okay, destroy evil against Grixis. Yeah, probably need it. Spirit of Companion I don't need. And Bankbuster is really good, so I don't want to just pitch that. Pitching only one card though, it's kind of a waste. Destroy evil is really good against Grixis, right? Because they're going to have Shieldred, and I'm going to need it. I'm just gonna go in for the attack. Casual treasure token. Play a land. Play my Bankbuster too. 2 can Bankbust that game. And turn you draw a card, I'll draw a card. We all know how this works. He wants to kill my 2/2 probably. Yeah, go for the throw. Okay. Okay, so if he invokes, do I want a Wandering Emperor into his invoke? Right? Because then he won't get anything. No, I don't think that's good. I can let him draw a card. Yeah. Autopay. Emperor time. Ooh, Paragon. Oh, do I have lands in the graveyard? I don't. So, it's not that good. It looks good, because I can play Paragon, but I can't play anything with Paragon, so... And I get a land. Not a land. But, just as good. Just gonna eat another Invoke, I guess? Draw to Invoke again. So his Invoke will eat 1, 2, 3. Oh, not an Invoke, so that's just a 2/2. Ooh, Loran, that's amazing. That's better draw, so I don't have to waste my Destroy Evil. I shouldn't have draw first. I was hoping for a land. Okay, let's put the plus on this. Does he have a removal?
Remember your training.
Okay, he really wants that mana, but my Loran's gonna get countered. That was bad play for me. Oh, it didn't. I'm letting him keep the Bankbuster, because that's 2 draws, this is 1 draw. Finally a land. Maybe I'll lay for Lenny. Corpse Appraiser. Do I have anything? I do. That's unfortunate. Yeah, go ahead and draw. Scry 3, draw a card, more or less. Can't remove both. Well, I guess you can try. Another Fable. Another one. Well, I'm guessing he's gonna accrue his Bankbuster. That's his plan. Did he play a land this turn? He did not. Well, it's a tap land, so let's go to my turn here. Ossification. I don't really want to ossify any of these things. So, first of all, I'll drop a land. What can my Paragon bring back? Nothing crazy. So let's not do it yet. This is Vigilance, so I'm going to give it first strike first. Maybe he has a cut down.
We've got the edge to this fight.
He does have a cut down. Alright, so I'm gonna really use another Emperor on my Loran. I don't know how much I want to do that. So what else am I going to do? I'm going to play Paragon and bring back Loran and destroy his other Fable. So just return last turn. Can I even do that? It costs 7 mana. I don't have 7 mana. Well, if I don't have 7 mana, I might as well do this.
Into your battle, then guide it like water. I've got new moves to teach you.
Alright, he's at 5. I want to hold up this land, or this activation, but I also do want to draw a land. Let's see if I do it. It's not really doing much if I don't draw a card anyways. I do draw a land. Did I play a land already? I did play a land already. I thought I didn't. Alright, that was bad. It doesn't matter. I draw a card anyways because I attack with 3 creatures. And everything's buffed. This is not an enchantment. So, if he invokes, he'll kill 3 things. But I will still... Well, he won't draw any cards. And I will still be able to attack him with Loran. Shieldred. I don't think that's the good play. Because I've been holding up against Shieldred with Destroy Evil. And Ossification. I'm just going to destroy all my upkeep. Go for the throat. Do I want to draw a card with this? No, I have a lot of cards. I don't want him to have more cards. You can attack. I don't know if that's the right idea. Bring my Emperor down to 1 with an attack. That is interesting. I can sacrifice my pilot. No, let's not sacrifice my pilot.
Oh,
Wait, is that lethal? I think it's lethal. Okay, go to my turn. I'll destroy Evo your Shieldred. Draw. I'll play Ossification at main. Ossification on my plains. There it is. GG. Yeah, good thing I didn't block there. That would have been... Actually, it would have been lethal anyways, because I could have accrued my Bankbuster. It was 5 damage. He should not have attacked. That was a bad play. Anyways, we won! Yay! Alright, so I think that's all I'm going to do. This deck takes a long time to run through. And I want to talk about this deck a little more, since I was 3 games and we were able to win 2 out of 3. That's 60%. That is significantly better than the 40 I found online. Hey, to be fair, right? The deck itself is, honestly, I still think it's pretty bad. I don't think this can handle a blue deck that played well. Obviously, the last game we played was Grixis, so it's blue, but our opponent's playing it like a black deck and tried to invoke us. This deck eats Invoke for breakfast, which is something I don't really say often. It's not, we don't counter the Invoke, we just kind of eat it. We have the Ossification that can eat an Invoke as an enchantment. We have Wedding Announcement, Fable that can eat Invokes. We have a lot of Planeswalkers that can eat Invokes, so that opponent, if they spend 5 mana to invoke us, it is still value. It's one card to take out 3 of our things, but we have a lot of tokens, so it's really 1 card to take off 2 of our things, and a 2-for-1 when we were ahead really just bring it on to even footing, but it costs 5 mana. Then we can bring back ahead on our turn, and the only way to get out of that is they have Invoke every turn, which they don't. But we can restore our board every turn because of cards like Restoration of Eiganjo, Wedding Announcement, Fable the Mirror Breaker. They always come in as a 2-for-1 package, right? They always do something as they come in, and it then grows by itself. So, like, Fable has other effects than just the 2-2 Shaman. Wedding has other effects than just a 1-1 creature. Restoration has other effects just than fetching a land. Same thing can be said about Serra Paragon. When she comes in, when we play another thing with her, now it's 2 spells tied to 1 card. Wonder Emperor as well, and this is kind of your counter invoke package if you don't want to play blue counter spells, right? And this can work if you see a lot of invoke, you see a lot of mono black. I haven't seen a lot of mono red, which I think is to our benefit. I don't know if we can face against a mono red if we don't draw extremely well, because our cards really just die to burn spells, right? Ambitious Farmhand, Spirited Companion, they'll die to end the festivity. So will Loran. So will the Wedding Announcement, and a Fable token, a 3 mana 2/2 isn't that good, yeah, as a blocker. Wonder Emperor can get us life, but not enough to come back on turn 4. Serra Paragon is a 3/4, but they can just kind of overrun her by going wide. So overall, I don't think this deck can handle mono red as easily. It's possible, right? Depending on the draws. If you have a lot of laydown arm against their creatures, yeah. But against mono black though, or against any black deck, this deck is where it's at. All the cards are very good. Loran kills enchantments and artifacts. We can blow up Bankbuster if we wanted to. We can blow up Fables for sure. And yeah, this deck, I think it's interesting. I think it's merit of play if you're bored of the standard metagame. This deck is not, 10% win rate, you'll never see the light of day kind of deck, so you can have fun with it. But, of course, watch out for the blue decks. That's all I got for you today. Thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.